Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sumit and I'm here with my new video in Einstein Analytics. And the topic for today's video is how do we configure a row level security in WCRM? So in Einstein Analytics, which is known as WCRM now, a security predicate is a crucial feature used to enforce row level security on databases or data sets. So basically, in Salesforce, in Einstein Analytics, whenever a new data set will be created, the security predicate will be empty. And we would that means that everyone has access to the data set. Anyone belongs to any department, any role will work in any role. They will be able to access all the data rows in Einstein Analytics. So how are we going to implement a row level security on in Einstein Analytics on our data set? For that, security predicate will be going to use. So security predicate, it helps in controlling what data each user can access based on certain conditions. We can it also helps to restrict the users to access all the records, and it helps to determine that which record the user has access to. If the user does not have access to a record, analytics does not return that record to that user. So we have different ways of security predicate in Einstein, but in today's video we are going to talk about security predicate based on record ownership. But before we move on and before we begin, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel if you haven't done so far. Okay. Also, if you haven't pressed the bell icon, please do subscribe and like my channel so that you will get the updates, and it also helps me to encourage to prepare more videos, more learning videos for all of you. So let's take up a requirement here. The requirement here is, as you can see, I got my Salesforce account. So that's my Salesforce account. And here you can see in this Salesforce, we used to have, this is my Salesforce account with Einstein Analytics enabled. And there will be users like Laura Garza, and this is my username. As you can see, my role is a CEO and I'm a system administrator. Whereas this Laura Garza is a standard user and the role is Sales WW. Now, and this Laura Garza also be able to access the Einstein Analytics, can access analytics platform. So let me switch to Analytics Studio, and in Analytics Studio, there is a data set called opportunity data set. Now, right now, let me edit this data set, and then I will show you I will explore this data set for you. So I click on explore, and when we click on explore, the total number of records, we got 712 records. And if we group this record by owner.name, so you can see I will be able to access my record. Along with that, I can access other users' record. In same manner, if I switch to Laura Garza, see this is the Laura Garza instance. So this is a different Salesforce instance, and here I logged in as Laura Garza, and this Laura Garza can also access opportunity data set. So when a Laura Garza create a lens on the same lens, so you can say the same number of records will be accessed by Laura Garza, and if we say owner name, so although the user is Laura Garza, still this user can access all the records owned by other users. So here comes the requirement. Here comes the use case. The requirement is we would like to restrict both the users to access the records owned by them. So I don't want to allow both the users to access other users' record. For example, if here I logged in as Laura Garza, so Laura Garza can access only his own record. The total number of records will be 43 owned by Laura Garza. So Laura Garza can access 43 records. And in my case, when I logged in as Sumit, here I logged in as Sumit. So I would be able to access the total number of records owned by me will be 6. So I should be able to access only my records. How can we implement this? How to configure this? So for this, there's a key term in Einstein Analytics that is called security predicate. So we will be going to configure security predicate on Einstein Analytics. And security predicate, basically, as I mentioned about security predicate, that it helps to ensure that the user only have access to the data they are authorized or they own. So how are we going to restrict that? Uh, how are we going to put a restriction on that? So for that, let me switch to the data set. Let me close this lens for a time being, and I'll get back to the data set, opportunity data set. And in this data set, there is an option called security predicate. So we need to configure this security predicate. Now, how do we write a security predicate? I need a security predicate on owner name. So the field API name is owner.name. So I just wanted to restrict user that the owner will be able to access own records. So the API field name is owner.name. So I can copy the field API name, show field panel. We need this field, so owner name, owner.name. So I'm going to copy this API name. And here I'm going to write a security predicate. So what should I write here? Here we have to write single quotes, owner.name. That's the field API name which we have copied from there. Space, double equals, space, double quotes, dollar, user dot name, and double quotes close. That's all we have to do. So we specify single quotes, owner.name, double equals, the then double brackets, uh, double quotes and dollar user dot name. That's a security predicate, and you can see this security predicate will be configured successfully. Now let's test this. So let me close this lens and let me explore this lens again. When I explore this lens, you can see I will be able to preview only my records because here I logged in as Sumit. So I would be able to preview only my records. Let's check it out with Laura Gerza. So when we switch to Laura Gerza, let me switch to Laura Gerza and let me close this lens and we'll reopen the lens. So you can see Laura Garza will be able to preview only his own records. 43 records owned by Laura Garza. That's how we configure a security predicate based on record ownership. So in short, that is called row level security based on record ownership. That's the way we can set up or we can configure a security predicate in Einstein Analytics or in WCRM. So that's all in this video. In the next video of the security predicate, we'll see how do we set up a security predicate based on record ownership along with the role hierarchy within an organization. And so we'll be going to see that in the next video. That's all. So if you have any requirement on training or any support requirement on WCRM, you can write to us or you can contact us on the given numbers. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.